And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're watching Arnold Holiday News on the go. In case you guys missed, I'm here visiting my grandma for the weekend here in the Sunshine State of Florida. Trying to enjoy my last few hours here before this whole hurricane comes through and I face my inevitable demise. Hopefully Gary gets here pretty quickly with my transport shuttle. But nonetheless, in the meantime, while we are waiting for my transport to arrive, we got to talk about the last requirement for Galactic Legends Leia Organa. We already knew about Captain Drogan when the Leia announcement happened quite a few months ago, and we already knew this was in the last batch of the relic requirements for Galactic Legends Leia, needed at Relic 7, by the way. But today we finally get the kit reveal with the actual testing happening later on this week, which I'll be back so long as the hurricane doesn't, slow me down. That'll be this coming Thursday, 8:31, 11 a.m. Pacific, so you better believe it. Our video game division is going to be in full swing, testing out Captain Drogan, and I'm excited for one of many reasons. Number one, it's an original character. I think it's really cool when the Capital Games, despite the drawback, it's really cool to have the opportunity that the game that we love can bring new Star Wars characters into official canon for the first time. That's thing number one. Thing number two, we're getting a little bit of details on Leia. Apparently, Galactic Legends Leia is going to be a tank. We're going to see their specific calls to tank rebel leads, and that's going to be mostly referring to Galactic Legends Leia Organa. But furthermore, this is what I'm probably more excited for. It's going to be great that I'm sure Drogan's going to have a great home with Leia. I want to make him work with Saw Gerrera. Saw Gerrera is one of the more disappointing characters I've had the honor of testing out. Very disappointed. I was really hyped up for him, and as I said, I think one of the reasons is just the team needs something more. The good news is, albeit temporary, they're saying that in certain circumstances where you need a rebel fighter support leader, which is really only Saw Gerrera, there's going to be some extra utility provided for the squad. So I'm really stoked about that. Let's go talk about a few overarching things before we get into this actual kit reveal here. We have Attacker, Rebel Fighter. I'll be honest, when reading the kit, I got more support vibes, and I have a feeling I already kind of predict what the core concept of Leia is going to be, as we're going to talk about momentarily here. I get more of a support vibe, though, but you're going to have buff dispels. Burning's going to be kind of an interesting cornerstone for this character, and it doesn't make sense. I think that's when we're going to make sense with it. With Leia, you're going to have powerful damage potential, apparently. There's a lot of offense ramping. We got to wait and see in here. And here's what they have here in terms of inspiration, and they also have a little bit of FAQ character development for the guys. So as they said, and as I said, we're always thrilled at the opportunity to add new original characters to the Star Wars universe. It's important that our players can see themselves in our game. People with disabilities belong in Star Wars, belong in games that belong in our community. I just want to stop here for a second. It's great they're taking the time to mention this. I hope that people understand that everyone's welcome to the gaming community. We don't need to take the time to say it should already be given, but I'm glad they're at least taking the time to just remind us, but I think it should be said as a given that, everyone's welcome inside the gaming community, not just in Star Wars, but gaming community at large. But nonetheless, they're designing Drogan alongside Leia, allowed us to really set up what the team needs, especially to prevent players from destroying their CLS squad to make Leia's. And that was one of our biggest concerns. When we saw Leia, my prediction was, all right, CLS is going to get upgraded, because he's kind of getting, destroyed by a lot of teams nowadays. I suspect, though, like they say, we'll be all good. So all those questions about, what about my CLS team? It's going to be fine. Don't you worry about it. Let's go read this who is Captain Drogan real quick. Fenrir Drogan is a new original character to Star Wars who fought with the rebellion on Endor. Captain Drogan is a native of the planet Cormont who has a limb difference and served as a member of the Gorman Front prior to joining the Rebel Alliance. When the rebellion called for a stalwart soldier, Drogan was quick to answer and lend his talents to the cause. The expert technician, and member of the Bitter Pill Company. That sounds like something if someone's being salty, I'm going to say, hey, take a bitter pill, all right? Captain Drogan serves the Rebel Alliance with pride and has helped bring Imperial Force to heel across multiple engagements. All this other stuff is fairly self-evident throughout the rest of the kit here, but nonetheless, let's take a look at a few things that we going on here, shall we? Let's start with that basic ability. Coordinated shot, Zeta. We have a Zeta on this basic, Zeta on unique, and a Grand Arena Omicron. Oh! That's what I like to see, baby. Deal special with the target enemy if the ally in the leader is a tank, primarily calling out Galactic Legends Leia. This attack can't be evaded. So minor thing, but it's kind of important because if it's Drogan's turn, you can stun the target enemy for one turn. If it's not Drogan's turn and the enemy's Empire, inflict offense down for one turn. So stun on a basic, kind of a big deal. Very, very big deal. Now keep in mind, it can be potentially resisted, but it could be unavoidable. And stun nonetheless. Stun on a basic is kind of a powerful thing. It seems to be a bit more powerful than a Royal Guard. stun at a basic, or it's R2D2 stun at a basic, which I have a very good feeling here. Based off this ability, R2D2 is going to have a very good use here. Stun on base, that's why we could transition into this well, but also the burning mechanic, which I just want to say for a moment, I know we're supposed to accept that rebels are the good guys. They're bringing a freaking flamethrower on a forest planet. Yeah, kind of not a good idea, but hey, rebels are the good guys, right? From a certain point of view. Anyways, I digress. This spell buffs and deals special damage twice to target enemy. If they were already debuffed, deals special damage an additional time, inflict burning on the target enemy for 2 turns. But hey, we're not done yet. If the target was already burning, inflict it on a random enemy that doesn't already have it. Now, this is kind of weird. There's really not too much indication throughout the rest of the kit, but I have a feeling. Remember when we were starting getting thermal detonator stuff with, our Hut Cartel team, and we're like, yeah, it's cool. It made a lot more sense when Jabba came into the picture, right? Right. Now, when we look at burning by itself in 2023 is a bit bleh. Yeah, R2D2, Django's got burning, but you need like someone else to kind of add an extra layer of what burning's supposed to do. Like Admiral Trench. Say what we will, but Admiral Trench, definitely bottom tier Conquest character. We're not getting into that debate. But he brings things that kind of enhance Django. Django's kind of the shining force inside of the Trench team, and that's because Trench gives extra abilities to burning debuffs. Now, I suspect, although it's not saying it here, R2's gonna have a home here. Burning on top of this burning, it's gonna be a burning mayhem. Like, imagine, what if burning acted as fracture for the entire enemy team? That would be huge. So, although it might not seem impressive now, I think it's gonna make a lot more sense down the road. Let's get the special number 2, Battle Plan, cooldown up 3, my friends. This spell all debuffs on target other ally and allies of keen stratagem. It's going to be a new status effect that enhances offense and potency, and double if it's a rebel ally. If the target other ally didn't already have keen stratagem, they gain it until the end of the battle, which can't be copied, dispelled, or prevented. But now we're not done yet. Call allies of keen stratagem to assist Drogan, target other allies, and allies of keen stratagem recover 20% protection, and if the target ally is rebel, they recover an additional 30% protection. That is a ton. That's possibility. Just right there. 50% protection regeneration. That is huge, my friend. So Mass Storm if there's Keen Stratagem. Target Cleanse. Potentially Mass Guns if a lot of people have Keen Stratagem. So this could be kind of, I think, kind of one of those main core components. Kind of like we have the, Jabba's got his own kind of unique buffs. Hired Muscle. I'm expecting this to kind of act like that. Thermal Detonators like Jabba. Hired Muscle like Jabba. We have Keen Stratagem. And again, speculation. Burning. And my big brain's working at full steam. Keen Stratagem. Plus 25% offense and potency, and as we're gonna see later on, it's gonna be doubled if it's a rebel ally. I gotta say, I'm gonna be melting right now. We got like this Tesla rent for the weekend. First time driving an electric car. It's literally the first time I felt like a boomer. It's like I didn't know how to turn on the car, all this other stuff, and I can't get the AC on. I'm literally gonna be burning. Like, where's the buttons? Who took all the buttons out of here? Anyways, I'm not getting into that. It drives me crazy. I'm not ready for the electric future. ICE all day, baby. Internal combustion engine. At least I push a button and it turns on. I'm gonna be melting. Anyways, keep moving. If I pass out, I love you guys. Anyways, unique 1. Second in command, Zeta Omicron. Drogan has a 50% potency. Mixed with the Keen Stratagem, the potency should be pretty good. The burning should be landing pretty well. The stun should be landing pretty well. Whenever his turn meter is reduced, he recovers 20% protection and gains 60% offense for 1 turn. Limited to once per turn. Now, this is where that offense comes in. When you read everything before, it doesn't really feel like an attacker, right? It feels more support. With all this damage wrapping, we have a Keen Stratagem, and we have the 60% offense that we have here. Also, we have more. The first time each encounter, Drogan uses coordinated shot on his turn. 75% more damage he deals. So this could be a massive damage dealer. It says it's an attacker. I just wasn't getting the vibe until we start reading it, so we have to wait and see. Well, this could be a heavy-hitting thing. Don't forget, Leia's probably going to add some sort of offense, ramping mechanism to the team. At the start of battle, Drogan gains Keen Stratagem until the end of the battle. Whenever an ally with Keen Stratagem uses an ability during their turn, Drogan assists, dealing 30% less damage, limited to once per turn. Whenever Drogan deals damage to an enemy, he and all allies will all allies of Keen Stratagem recover 5% protection. And remember, there's already a lot of protection stuff going on the team. Stat gains from Keen Stratagem are double for rebel allies, so 50% offense, 50% potency, and who knows, maybe Leia's going to offer another layer to it. We got to wait and see. And at the start of each encounter, if the ally in the leader side is rebel tank, i.e. Leia, I guess in a weird way, old Ben You could use Old Ben, although Old Ben leads a bit, a bit outdated. Drogan gains 100% protection for one to remember. Protection is based off max health. And what do you know? Grand Arena Omicron, Drogan has 50% max health. Now, I definitely see myself applying this Omicron. It's probably going to be a big deal. But let's read it. At the start of the battle, if the ally leader has a rebel tank, so Leia, or I guess Old Man, Drogan is immune to ability block. No, my battery's running low. We don't got time for that. Drogan's immune to ability block. At the start of each of his turns, he dispels all debuffs from another random ally and recovers 25% health and protection. That is a lot of stuff going on. Passively recovering health, protection, cleansing, albeit random, it's quite a big deal. And at the start of the battle, if the ally leader slides a rebel fighter support, i.e. Saw Gerrera, whenever Drogan scores a critical hit, all allies gain 10% turbo. Now, that's what we're probably going to be testing out later on this week, Thursday, August 31st, 11 a.m. Pacific time. Is this going to add any sort of benefit to Saw Gerrera? I would hope so, but at the same time, I hope not, because I'm going to be sad if Leia takes away this and Saw Gerrera all of a sudden loses one of his main characters. So we'll have to wait and see. Overall, keep your eyes peeled. My predictions, now that we're seeing bits and pieces, hey, it's the Lady of an Alder. I don't know how to unlock the car. Oh, God. I don't know how to unlock. I'm not ready for the electric future. Anyways, I gotta go. See you guys on Thursday. God. Elon Musk, fix your car! Goodbye.